Okay, today we are going to see the D block element. D block element, you know, periodic table. In periodic table, the first two column is S block element, and at the most right hand side is the S, then P, and then below two row is the F block element, and in between S and P block element, the D block element is present, and the D block element, all elements are colored element. D block element is also known as transition element because why it is transition element? Because it shows the partial d field d orbital, and that is definition of the D block element, the element in which last or the differentiate electron enters into the d orbital in penultimate shell. In penultimate shell means the last second shell. It is a n minus 1d. That is a n minus 1d shell are called as a D block element. The electron, then we are going to see the electronic configuration of then the first series, second series, and third series, because D block element contains the three series of transition element. And then we are going to see the electronic configuration of first transition series. In examination, you are asking like question, give the electronic configuration of first series, or give the electronic configuration of second series, or give the electronic configuration of third series. Then we are going to see the electronic configuration of first series. The first series is starting from scandium to zinc. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. And then the atomic number start from the first series from 21 to 30. And then the electronic configuration is the n minus 1 d ns. This is a general electronic. ns2, n minus 1 to 9, and ns2. This is a general electronic configuration of first transition series. Here argon, there is 18 electron field in the argon. Instead of 18 electron, we have write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Instead of this, we can write here only argon. Argon consists 18 electrons. Then what is remaining electron is there? 3 electrons. So 3d1, 4s2. There's a then second is a titanium. Then 3s2, 4s2. Similarly, in this way, the D block element 1 electron is filled up according to above principle and Hund's law of maximum multiplicity. That is 23 argon, 2d3, 4s2. Then chromium 24, that is a 3d5, 4s2. Then manganese 25 argon, 3d5, 4s2. Then iron 3d6, 4s2. Then cobalt 27, atomic number 27. Its electronic configuration is argon 3d7, 4s2. Then nickel is a 28 argon 3d8, 4s2. Then copper 29, it's having electronic configuration argon 3d10, 4s1. Here only one is a difference in the series. And then the last is a zinc. Its D block element is completely filled, and also S block element is completely filled. That is a 3d10, 4s2. Means there is no chance of a transition from first energy level to lower energy level to higher energy level. Hence, zinc is not considered as a transition element because its valence shell is completely filled. There is no partial unpaired electron or the half-filled orbital is present in the valence shell. Hence, the zinc is not considered or not known as a transition element. Then we are going to see the trends in the electronic configuration in the first transition series. last two cell of these elements are incomplete. Last two cell, that is a n-1d and ns2. Then it involves successive filling of the 3d subcell. However, filling of the 3d subcell is not regular in chromium and copper. Chromium and copper has an anomalous electronic configuration. Anomalous electronic configuration you have seen here. Where is chromium? 3d5 4s1, and then in case of the copper, then that is a 3d10 4s1. This is the anomalous behavior, and this is due to the additional stability of half filled d5s1 orbital, and completely filled 3d orbital d subcell, and then the 3d subcell gets completed as a copper. And generally the electronic configuration of first transition series is argon 3d 1 to 10 4s 1 to 2 means here n-1 and here n is considered as a 4 minus 1 3. This is a general electronic configuration. Argon n d 1 to 10 4s 1 to 2. And then this electronic configuration of zinc is argon 3d10 4s2, means all orbital or energy valence energy level is completely filled. D subshell is completely filled 3d10, and also S subshell is completely filled. Atomic as well as ionic, both are completely, all electrons are paired. Hence zinc is not the transition element. In examination, the question is like asking here, why zinc is not the transition element? Why zinc is not transition element? Then at that time we have giving this answer. This question is like asked for 2 marks. And then next is the electronic configuration of second series of transition series. Second series of elements from ytterbium to cadmium. And then ytterbium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, rubidium, rhodium, palladium, silver, argentum, and cadmium. And then this atomic number starting from 39 to 48. Then we are going to see one by one. That is the detailed electronic configuration of yttrium is krypton. Then krypton is a 36, and then remaining electron is 3 is here. There is a 4d1 5s2. Then zirconium, that is a 40, krypton 4d2 5s2. Then niobium 41, krypton 4d4 5s1. Then molybdenum, krypton 5d5 4s1. Here this continuous series is disturbed. And then similar technetium 43 5d5, then 4s 5d5 4s2. Here one is mistake is here 4s2. And then ruthenium is krypton 4d7 5s1. rhodium, krypton 4d8 5s1. Then palladium 46 3d 4d10 5d0. And then silver, that is argentum 47, that is krypton 4d10 5s1. And cadmium 48, then krypton 4d10 5s2. This is completely valence series, completely filled. In case also similar as a zinc, here cadmium, means cadmium is also not considered as a transition element. Then we are going to see details. Similarly, electronic configuration of the third transition series elements. It is starting from hafnium to our silver. Sorry, here mercury Hg, not Ag. Hg is the mercury. Then hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, osmium, iridium, platinum, arum, and argentum is starting from 72 to 80. And then electronic configuration is zinc 5d2 6s2, then 5d3 6s2, 5d4 6s2. In this way the electronic configuration of this series Then electronic configuration of the fourth series of the transition element actinium to copernicium. Then this from 89 to 112. Then actinium having a radon. Then 651, 6s1, sorry 6d, 6d, 7, yes here d, one mistake is there, d, 7s2, then Rutherford, then 104 actinium. In this way the electronic configuration is like this. Then we are going to see the general characteristics of D block element. General characteristics, the general properties of D block element. General properties of D block element in for the metallic property. Metallic property, you know, already studied at the 12 level. The metallic or non-metallic characters of element depends on their electronic configuration. Electronic configuration means, suppose the metal have a metal or non-metal or any substance which have an unpaired electron, then it shows conductivity of heat and electricity through the electron. At that time it shows the conductivity property, and they are good conductor of heat and electricity. Then second, they are malleable and ductile. Malleable and ductile means you can prepare the sheet by hammering or to prepare the wire. They form the alloy with many other metals. They are hard and brittle, and hence different forms non-transition element. Then mercury is exception. Only mercury, you know, mercury is a liquid metal. So this we cannot form our malleable and ductile. It cannot show the malleable and ductile properties. Then the metal, just like the here copper, silver and gold have very high thermal and electrical conductivity. Then they have high density and low atomic volume. High density, you know, metal have a high density and low atomic volume. They form colored and paramagnetic compound. They shows colored. The transition element shows color compound. Why this shows color compound? Because it have a partial filled d orbital. So here transition of electron from one lower d orbital to higher energy d orbital, that is known as a dd transition, and it occur as a color due to dd transition. And then paramagnetic nature, the partially filled d orbital, it shows a single unpaired electron. Unpaired electron is present, so it shows a paramagnetic nature of the compound of transition metal. And then both transition metal forms both covalent and metallic bonding exist among the atoms of transition element. When transition element forms the compounds or the metal alloy, then at that time it forms the covalent bond or metallic bond. Then remaining properties we will see in next lecture.